For anyone that's been keeping up with my channel recently, you've probably noticed that you can no longer see how many subscribers I have. Now, this is not YouTube messing up or anything like that. This was by choice, okay? I did this intentionally, and I'm honestly not sure if I'll ever make my sub count public again. Now, the reason why I did this is because I feel like lately I've been focusing a lot more on my subscriber count than the content itself. Okay, I have this tendency to get lost in the numbers as opposed to the content and the audience and my artistic integrity. And I think that, that is not a very good headspace to be in if you want to be a great content creator. You shouldn't let your subscriber count dictate your self-worth as a person, because this will reflect itself in your confidence levels and thus your videos. Okay, and this is something that I've noticed. I feel like my confidence has diminished quite a bit recently because I've fallen into the lack mindset. Now, part of that is from, me not being as disciplined as I once was, and me just generally not being on my purpose and being on my grind as much as I know I can be. But at the same time, a lot of that comes from me having a lack of self-worth and my actions reflecting that lack of self-worth from within. For a while, my goal was to hit 100,000 subscribers by May of 2021. Now, looking back on it, this goal was not necessarily meaningless, but a lot of it was ego-oriented. Okay, I wanted to fulfill an egoic desire. 100K subscribers does not mean anything. The only difference between 100K subscribers and 10K subscribers is that one extra zero at the end. That is literally the only difference. And I know this from experience. Okay, as I've climbed the ranks, what I've realized is that no amount of subscribers will ever be enough if that's what you want. What I've realized is that your subscriber count should not be the end goal. Your subscriber count should be a result of you placing out the best product that you can, you creating the best content that you can on a day-to-day basis. Me being in my purpose is not me chasing subscribers. Me being in my purpose is me creating great content. When you watch TV, or if you watch TV, you don't think about how many people are watching that show daily. You just watch the show because you think it's good. Okay, YouTube is a little bit different, and a lot of social media is different in that way as well. And I mean that in the sense that numbers generally dictate how successful a content creator actually is, which is very twisted and convoluted and not very healthy for the content creator. Okay, it's not good for your mental health to place your self-worth into a number, into a follow count. And this is something that I've been preaching basically since I started my self-development journey. Now, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate where I am in terms of my subscriber count and in terms of the success that I've accumulated in such a short amount of time. But at the same time, I understand on a deeper level that those numbers are not representative of my success. Okay, they only reflect the hard work that I've put in and the mindset that I have. Okay, the mindset is what creates the success, not the numbers. And even if you are going by numbers, on YouTube, subscribers do not mean anything. Okay, the way the algorithm works, just because you're subscribed to a channel doesn't mean that they're going to recommend that channel to you. YouTube recommends channels that you watch. Okay, YouTube recommends channels based on views, audience retention, click-through rate. I get more video recommendations in my feed from people that I'm not subscribed to than people that I am subscribed to, because subscribers don't really matter. It's about views. Okay, if you're only going by numbers as your metric for success, it's about views. And the truth of the matter is that views come from creating great content consistently over time. Views follow naturally, and this is something that I've tried and proven myself in my journey. What I've realized is that my subscriber count distracts me from doing that. If I'm creating videos with the sole intent of getting more subscribers, I'm not really working towards my purpose. Okay, I'm not really becoming successful. I'm basically getting lost in my ego. I'm becoming a professional clout chaser, which I've said in the past. YouTubers are essentially professional clout chasers, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you stop focusing on the numbers and the subscriber count and you start focusing more on creating the best content that you can consistently over a long period of time, the numbers will naturally follow. And for me, this is the only way to truly detach from that number, from that subscriber count. When I set that goal to have 100,000 subscribers by May, I unknowingly put myself in the lack mindset at the subconscious level, because now, no matter how many subscribers I see, I'll never have enough until I hit that 100K. And then after that, I'll set a goal again, and then I'd be in the lack mindset again, and I'd only slow that process down for myself. One thing that my journey has taught me is that when you're in that flow state and you're focused on the content and you're enjoying the process and the moment and creating the best content that you can and becoming your best self for you and for your audience, that's when the numbers follow. Okay, it has always worked that way for me. A common misconception about YouTube is that hard work is what gets you to the top. That's not true. It's smart work. It's passion. You have to be passionate about doing YouTube. And I am passionate about doing YouTube. And I'm taking more time to think my content out and really consider the viewer experience and balance that with what I want to produce and what falls in line with my goals and my aspirations in life. I'm taking the time to become a better version of myself and also share that version of myself with you guys and put you guys on as much game as possible, which was always the goal with this channel, was to help you guys out in whatever way I can. But what I've realized is that in order for me to help you guys out, I have to help myself out first, and I have to undo these toxic habits that I've developed over time and get out of my ego and start thinking more in terms of my passion and my intuition. What do I feel is right? And at this time, I feel like hiding my subscriber count is what's right for me.